Hello everyone and welcome back to the TFC Football YouTube channel, here this evening for a video reviewing the two early games, being Newcastle United versus Leeds United and also Crystal Palace versus West Ham United. And also talk of the new Chelsea manager, Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel comes in on a 2.5-year deal for Chelsea Football Club, and it wasn't really a surprise that he got the job, considering many former players he had managed, as well as many players with the same nationality as what he has, with him being German. He can potentially unlock the potential of this Chelsea side and make sure that they have better performances throughout the rest of this season. And you look at players like Pulisic, who he managed at Dortmund. You look at players like Thiago Silva, who he managed at PSG, and then just a plethora of German players, Havertz, Werner, Rudiger being a few to name. And I feel like Tuchel will do very, very well at Chelsea for the initial short term, and with Chelsea being Chelsea, if they want to be successful in the long term, they have to give Tuchel that right amount of time. Otherwise, we could be looking at another Chelsea manager 12 to 18 months from now. Thomas Tuchel officially this evening had his first training session with the Chelsea squad. A very different regime to what Frank Lampard was doing at his time at Chelsea, with Tuchel taking the session 24 hours before their next game at home against Wolverhampton Wanderers. And for Thomas Tuchel, it's been his dream to manage in the Premier League, and now that he has the chance, it will be very, very interesting to see what he is capable of in the Premier League. And in terms of predictions for Chelsea and for Tuchel as a whole, that video will be coming out in a few days' time, saying where I think every Premier League team will come by the end of the season. How do I think Thomas Tuchel will operate at Chelsea in terms of transfers? I think that in terms of the squad he already has, he will be rather happy with, and he will not want to sign many players. And I don't think the board will let him after that spending spree under Lampard. However, I do think that there have been many players underperforming this season, and if he can get those Chelsea players to perform better and get them in better form, then I can see Tuchel not requiring any players to be brought in, especially for his first 12 months in charge. And yeah, Thomas Tuchel, I think in terms of what Chelsea fans think about him, I think that will be pivotal to how long he stays in the job. I think it's a lot easier for him coming into an empty Stamford Bridge, especially after one of Chelsea's most iconic players being thrown out the door. And a lot of Chelsea fans would argue that he still deserves to be in charge at Chelsea. So it will be very interesting to see how Chelsea fans actually take to Tuchel and how long he is in the job as a result of this. Now to the first game I will be talking about in this video, Newcastle United versus Leeds United. And I thought it was a good game, but a very sloppy game at times from both sides, and this is what I believe caused 2 out of the 3 goals in the overall game. I believe that it sort of gave Newcastle their goal. However, it was very good ticky-tacky 1-2 passing to get Almiron through on goal. And yeah, so let's talk about Newcastle's goal first, even though that was the second goal in the game to equalise the game for Newcastle. It was sloppy passing from Bamford and Ayling on the right side of Leeds United's own half, and then they got dispossessed and it was run further up the pitch in Leeds half, and a beautiful 1-2 from Almiron to, I think it was Fraser, back to Almiron, and Almiron slotted it home in the top corner. Bit of a deflection from Meslier into the top corner, but it was a very good goal from Almiron. And in terms of Leeds United's goals, I thought they were very, very good goals. The first goal, Rafinha's goal, Leeds on the attack, striking and just running forward with Rodrigo. He comes to the right side of the box. He looked for options. He pulled it back. He found Rafinha on the end of the box, gave it to him. He looked up and he just buried it in the bottom right corner of the keeper with his left foot to put Leeds 1-0 in front at the time, and I thought that was a very good goal. But I did think that Newcastle could have done better here in terms of pressing and not backing off as much as they did at this particular moment. And in terms of Leeds' second goal, it was a beautiful, beautiful pass by Rafinha. Dinked over the top to Harrison, and he had all the time in the world through that amazing pass, and he picked his spot out, set himself, and a beautiful left-footed sort of outside of the foot volley over the top of the keeper and into the back of the net, and that gave Leeds the lead, and they never really looked like losing it from there on out, I would say. There was only really that one chance from the corner that immediately springs to note from Newcastle, where Fraser took the corner on the left-hand side and it got swung in and John Joe Shelby put it over the crossbar. But in terms of Newcastle getting something from this game, again, I feel like it was very, very poor from Newcastle. 2 games on the bounce against Aston Villa where they lost 2-0 and looked very bad, and that got covered on my channel as well. If you want to check it out and you haven't yet already, please do. And yeah, I just feel like Newcastle are really in a bad place right now, really struggling, and as much as I thought they were doing well to stay quite considerably above relegation, they're sort of starting to fall into that relegation battle slowly with results like this every week. Although in terms of Leeds United and what this means for them, I think they're having a very good season, and this result is one of many results this season that they have deserved to get, and I think that Leeds United will continue to go up the table this season. I don't know exactly where to, but I think they will have a very successful season, especially with certain passages of play in the game like they had there. My man of the match award for this game goes to Rafinha, in my opinion, for the amazing goal and the exquisite assist that he was able to provide to get his team in front twice and ultimately achieve the 3 points in this game, as well as his passing and his vision. And overall, I thought it was one of Rafinha's best performances this season that I have personally seen. So it's a well-deserved award today for Rafinha. Now, let's go on to the second game so far this evening. Crystal Palace versus West Ham United. So, this game ended 3-2 to West Ham United, but let's start off with the first goal that only took 3 minutes to be scored in by Wilfried Zaha and Crystal Palace. What an amazing and intricate piece of play, and what an amazing shot it was from Wilfried Zaha, just on the outside of the 18-yard box. Beautiful tiki-taka football, completely catching West Ham United off guard early in the game and slotted it down to the goalkeeper's right to put Crystal Palace 1-0 in front in the game at that point. The second goal came about 6 minutes after this from Thomas Tuchel, and it was a good goal. He was in the right place at the right time. It was Cresswell, running down the left-hand side. He got the cross in, and I think it went to Antonio, who flicked it back across the box. And Souček was there to head it home to make it 1-1. And yeah, what an amazing performance he had today. Yet again, popping up for West Ham and showing and proving that he is definitely one of their best players in their squad. And reinforcing this, the second goal that West Ham scored, he was the scorer, and it was an amazing ball in from the free kick, outswinger to the back post, and Souček, it almost looks like it hits his thigh and he controls it before he kicks it in the back of the net. What amazing skill that was displayed, and it was a good goal to put not Newcastle, sorry, I don't know why I said that, West Ham 2-1 up in the game. And yeah, straight after that, West Ham had another chance to score. Antonio going through on goal, and he hit the post and it deflected out. So at this point in the game, I thought that West Ham United could and probably should have been 3-1 up at this point in the game. So who do I think deserves man of the match for this game? Crystal Palace versus West Ham. Now, I have to say, it's a bit of a tough call for this game, because in my head I have two clear players in my head who I think it could be, but I'm going to say Wilfried Zaha. Even though Crystal Palace lost. No, actually, I'm not going to go for Zaha because Palace lost, but he had a very strong performance. I'm going to go for Souček for the 2 goals, and just the controlling in the midfield and how he performed all day. You could give it to Antonio as well, but he didn't score, unfortunately. If he would have scored, it might have been different, but yeah, in the end, I'm going with Thomas Souček. 7 goals now this season with the addition of those 2, and from the central defensive midfield position, he has had a very good season, both offensively as well as defensively, surprisingly. Thank you everybody for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to like, comment and subscribe on this video. And if you have subscribed, please make sure to say in the comments, and I will try my best to reply to all of you who subscribe and make you all welcome to the channel. Thank you very, very much, everybody. Have a good day. See ya.